just to see his.
John did one when he was in college, and it was all dots.
Yes, there's one, I've got one of Jesus'
I should have
face.
took a picture of the ones
Oh,
I
well,
did of my kids,
well.
but I didn't. I did portraits of them for
I
Christmas.
think we're on, going.
So
All of them. I did
welcome
all the
to
family.
What's New, and tonight we have a full house. So, and here comes our one we were waiting on, Miss Kim.
Oh, we
That's all
sent you
right.
to the wrong place?
Sorry about that.
That happens ever so often.
So Iris, do you want to introduce our guests tonight?
Okay, so you guys are going to talk about the pageant, right? Okay, so if you want to introduce yourself and say hello to everybody.
I'm Frances Stelling. I'm with the St. John County Board for Developmentally Disabled, and we're co-coordinating.
I'm Kim Fisher. I'm helping with co-coordinating the pageant. I'm a parent of special needs child.
Okay, so just tell us
Tell us all about it.
We did it back in February. I know a lot of people, knew about it back in February. And we did it again so soon because we're going to try to make it an annual event, and February just was not a good month, obviously.
it wasn't.
So we
Now, is
decided,
that the second time?
so this will be the second time this year, yeah.
But you had one before.
Yeah,
This will just be the second pageant.
the second pageant, yeah. We're not going to make this, next year will be the second annual pageant.
Oh,
We're going to
okay.
do. But because we want it to be in September now instead of in February. And we had so many of our guys and parents that were just overjoyed, overwhelmed, and wanted to do it again, so that we couldn't really say no to that either. So
They couldn't wait a year and a half.
Yeah, they couldn't wait a year and a half. So it'll be this Sunday. It's at 3 o'clock at the PAC at the school. And just come out and cheer them on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's
It was-
wonderful.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
it's
so
so
much
much
fun this last
Oh.
time, and they had a blast.
Yeah.
And I think, me and Kim talked about it, and I think the people that watched it got more out of it than, the participants had a good time, but we had people leaving in tears, people leaving, happy. It was amazing.
Very touching.
Yeah, it was amazing. So
Yeah, it
very
was
well
very
worth it.
good.
Very well worth it. So that's. Did you want to add anything?
They'll have a limo ride down to the Performing Arts Center along with their escort. They'll go into the green room in the Performing Arts Center building and be beautified by some local beauticians. They're donating their time and talents. And get their nails and hair and everything done. Women, of course, will go first.
The guys just get to hang out.
Yeah.
We got snacks. We got
Yeah,
snacks.
and then we
Right.
have
Yeah.
several of the local businesses have donated beverages and,
Just time
yeah,
in general.
food, refreshments. We line up. We have people who have volunteered to help us do the lineup, and they'll line up behind the stage, and Mr. Scott Mercer at the St. John High School will announce them.
They just come
Well, they
out.
had so much fun last year. They were
did.
just beautiful.
They had so much fun, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just
So
a
do
joy.
you
Yeah.
have, like, businessmen and that for their escorts again this year?
Mhm. Yep, and we got students at both the
Yeah.
schools.
Students,
And,
yeah.
and actually, a lot of some of the students approached Kim, and we were like, we want to do this. And
Oh,
so,
how
We
yeah,
had a
that's-
graduate from last year coming back from college to escort again.
Oh,
he
well,
wants
isn't that
to,
nice?
Yeah, so it's pretty cool, yeah. So it'll be fun.
It's well worth it.
Yeah. So everybody just come out and cheer them on. We're trying
Yeah.
to just
It's
get
at 3 on Sunday?
It's 3 o'clock on
And
Sunday.
it's free.
And it's free, yeah. It doesn't, cost you anything to get in, so.
And
I
they
was
look so
wondering, they
beautiful all
didn't make me
dressed
ask me to work, so I figured it must be free.
If you come on down, we'll put you to work.
So,
So everything for it is donated? And,
for
pretty
the
much-
most part, we had a lot of sponsorships this last time, and that was another reason we kind of felt like we had a lot of people donate money, and so we need to use that. That's
Oh,
what
wow.
it's for, so, that kind of helped us do it again too, because we were like, we might as well, we gotta,
Well, as much as they enjoy it.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
why not?
And so,
Why not?
but yeah, it was, and we had more donations this time, and we didn't even send anything out. It was just people word of mouth, and they would come and say, we want to donate. we got a lot of money right now we got to use, but it's amazing. I'm not complaining whatsoever, but,
No.
but we try to pay for things, and businesses are like, oh no, we're just donating, and we're like, well,
Oh,
that's
my
fabulous too. So Yeah, it turned out great.
So the girls buy their own formals, or do they go, you help them get them, or?
We tried to do like a donation this last
For
time,
dresses.
but everybody wanted to go out and buy their own,
Oh.
so we are not gonna, I think we're just gonna let them go out and.
Well, yeah.
They wanna go out and shop, well, I would wanna go out and shop too, so, but we do help, I think this last time we did give a little bit to one of them to help her go
Mhm.
buy some that she didn't have enough money, so we
Oh.
kind of helped with that, so, yeah, and let her go pick out what she wanted to, yeah, so.
They all look nice
That's
last year.
neat,
They did,
yeah.
yeah.
They look, oh,
And it amazes me that the guys actually get more into this at times than the ladies do with their hats and their little.
Oh, I know.
vests. I mean, they go out and they have some style. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a couple of them that they have their suits hanging up. I was at the group home this afternoon and they got their suits hanging up and their hats sitting right beside, and their shoes, and they were showing me. So yeah, they're super pumped. So yeah, they're very excited. Yeah.
Well, they don't really get to do that much. I mean, they do a lot of
They
things.
do a lot.
So how was their last trip? Where'd they go to? Was it Nashville?
Kentucky Lake.
Kentucky Lake. How was that trip? You didn't-
they bragged
Didn't
about
you?
it, yeah, so, yeah, they had a good time, it was beautiful. The golf carts seem to be the big thing down there, they get to drive the golf cart, so that's what everybody talks about, they get to drive the golf carts around, so.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so, it'd be a little scary to be out on the road with them, but yeah, that's what they enjoyed the most. Yeah. That's
I know
what
they were
enjoyed the
really
most.
excited about going. I don't know, did they come here? Is that how we knew what they were doing, or? Either that or I ran into somebody and they were telling me, I don't
I'm
remember.
trying to think
But I
of
thought
who
that was
told us
really
that.
neat. It seems like somebody was here and told us that they were doing it.
Probably. That's a big deal. And I mean, I know they try to do community support they have like a big yard sale every year to get donations for a vacation for some of the guys that can't afford to go. So that might have been where that came from.
And I know the girls bake for the rest home because they belong to the BPW club when we were all together yet, and they belong to our club. And we would have one Tuesday a month that we would have a birthday for everybody that month. And we'd make cakes and stuff for
Do
it
that,
up
yeah.
there. And they loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm thinking that they still bake cakes.
Mhm.
In fact, I'm almost
Not sure, but-
positive because Annette said they baked them yet.
Yeah. Probably then. So,
That's a good program for St. Genevieve.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's really yeah. We got a lot going on, and obviously without the community support, it wouldn't be as big as it's gotten. But yeah, it's getting bigger, and that's good. So,
That's very
yeah,
good.
yeah. So-
Now, is it all local St. John County, or is there?
We
Is
let
it
a few
spread out?
strays in this year,
Oh, did
only
you?
because I felt so guilty I couldn't turn them on. I couldn't turn them away. We were
That's
trying.
okay.
Yeah, we were trying to keep it just in St. John because that's where we did a lot of this. I mean, obviously all of our sponsors are from St. John, so and we had contemplated this opening it up, but we didn't want to make it so big that you don't get the attention in the spotlight.
Right. Right.
And so, I mean, we're in discussion about trying to open it up, but we had a few strays that that kind of heard about it and really wanted to do it. So we had about 3 so we let them do it. We could, I mean, you can't,
Oh, that-
you
Right,
can't tell them
right.
no, and they're
that's
so
right.
excited. So,
And we also need to kind of limit the time because some of the
short
attention
attention
and-
spans, yeah. So having that many people, you can't. You're limited to about a 2-hour block where they're gonna stay
Right.
focused and not get tired or wore out. So
yeah, so you can't have too many to
no,
overpower
but it's
the-
not saying maybe going to another county and seeing if they want to.
And do it, yeah, and have them put one on,
Yeah,
And that would be good if it was,
yeah.
if it did spread.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be well worth it, so, yeah. It's on fire now.
So everyone, plan your Sunday and go up to the PAC at 3 o'clock and watch
The pageant.
Once upon a pageant.
Once Upon a Pageant. It's worth it every minute you spend.
Yeah.
And the PAC is at the St. John High School campus.
Right, it's in the Performing Arts
And
Center.
if you don't smile and you don't shed a tear,
Well, and just to be clear, we have some of our characters that were there this last time that had most of the laughs. They're coming back. So you have-
oh my gosh.
And we're not going to take the microphone away.
No.
Oh,
We don't know that.
That was
We need to
awesome.
get
that was so cute.
We ought to. What, like some more sparkles?
Yes.
Yeah, we ought to. We might have to do that so she could just talk away. Yeah. She probably would too. She'd stay up
Oh,
there.
Dana
forever.
was the one that.
Yeah.
That was Dana.
Oh, that's right.
She
Remember,
would
she
not
didn't wanna
stop.
give it up.
I finally had to go out and be like, Dana, we gotta go. We gotta
She didn't want to give it up.
go. She didn't want to.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a good time. So,
it was fun.
but they're coming back this round, so we may have some. We'll have to see what she's got up her sleeves for this round.
She might not even want to talk.
Oh yeah, that's very true. That's very
I
say she
don't
probably
think
practiced.
that will work. I don't think it's gonna work.
I think she'll talk to anybody that'll
Yes,
listen.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
It was fun.
Okay, if you don't have anything else to say, we'll move on.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
we're
And
good.
thank you very much.
Thanks
for letting us
very
in.
much.
Yes, thank you for
And
letting
come
us
back
go.
and tell us how good it went.
Okay.
We will.
Okay.
We will.
And anytime you have anything you want to talk about, come on.
We will do that.
Yeah.
We will do that. So
The
thank you.
community that I talk to, they really like the fact that we do this.
Mhm.
Let people come and visit and talk about what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate it, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thanks for
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good luck
Yes, we'll see
Sunday.
you there. Thank you, guys.
Okay. And John, are you here for,
Would celebrate recovery.
you're here with those guys? Okay, you guys want to introduce yourselves and tell a little bit about what you're up to?
Well, I'm Kaylee Colnar, and this is my husband.
My name's Jacob Kolnar. We're the ministry leaders of Celebrate Recovery. And what it is a lot of people here.
We have somebody else sitting back there. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm John Stupi. I own Stupi Record Service, and that's kind of how we got started with the benefit. We're going to have fundraiser for Celebrate Recovery. I'll talk about down the road here
Okay.
how I got involved in it.
Okay.
Okay, you guys,
Good
can
man.
tell us all about it now.
Now, what really Celebrate Recovery is a lot of people hear it and they think, why would I want to celebrate a recovery? We're just like any other 12-step program. Any of them out there. We cover every single basis they do, except we are Christ-centered. We name our higher power, and we focus everything solely on Jesus Christ and what he has done and will do for us. We cover anything from, of course, drugs and alcohol, to overweight, to divorce, to anger, to childhood hurts, to sexual addiction, to just being lost, financial recovery. The horizon is huge. But our sole purpose really is to allow you to realize that you can recover, that you don't have to stay stuck in what you're doing or where you're at. There is hope, and hope is in Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen.
We meet every Saturday. Saturday is what we call it, our meeting, our large group. We meet at 6 o'clock. From 6 to 7, we do like a dinner or a snack. And then from 7 to 8, we run a large group, and we'll talk about what our topic is and some kind of key points to help you through your recovery. And then from 8 to 9, we do small group, which we're in guys and girls. And then that's where your healing begins. You're allowed to talk about what your issue is and what you need help with, and it just allows you to get it off your chest, because the Bible is very clear and tells you, if you want to recover or heal from something, you have to tell somebody, you have to admit it to yourself and tell God. So it allows you to get it out to somebody and not be judged for it. We're very closed for confidentiality and anonymity, and what's said there stays there. And it's known to be a very safe place. We have all kinds of people there. Me and my wife, we actually, we love it. We're there every week. We meet there not only Saturday, but also Wednesday. We do a step study. And that just helps you, it's more of, we call it for the committed people that really want to work the program. We go through, there's 4 different workbooks, and it takes you step by step of each topic and how you can change and how it'll help you. And whenever you break it down, it's a year-long course. So when you break it down, it's so much easier to realize where you're at and where you're going.
You take each person's individual problem and deal with that on a one-by-one basis?
To a sense, like when we break into small groups, we have, just because we're smaller right now, we only have 2 each for the guys and girls. And one's for chemically dependent, and then the others we call Triple H, which is hurts, hangups, and habits. And which is what we're focused on is the hurts, hangups, and habits, because it always starts with the hurt. There's an underlying hurt, and then that creates a hang-up, and you're stuck on it, and you can't get over it, and then you form a habit to cover it up.
Now, is this all ages?
Yes, we do all ages. Right now, we have a daycare for all the youngers. But eventually, once we start to grow, we will run one for the teens, and we'll also run one for the younger crowd. We're just raising up leaders to make it there. But once we have more people that want to help, it'll be a family-based organization to where you, your kids, everybody can come. Everybody splits off, and you learn the same topic. And then that way you can talk about it when you get home or talk about it in the car, and it kind of helps you grow as a family to change.
Well, it's, say that you have an elderly person that has something in their past that they've not been able to deal with all this time. Would you accept something like those elderly people that have had problems and they put it back and buried it?
Of course, that is really what we want.
Freedom.
Is-
Freedom from
is
that
to give you
bondage.
the freedom, to allow you to realize you can change, you can get help. There is hope out there. Praise the Lord, for us, we found it super young. I'm about to be 24 this month, and my wife's 20. And without this program, we wouldn't have found Christ, and we wouldn't have changed our lives. And-
Right, and you know, like we were saying earlier, in St. John, particular, because we're from St. John, we feel like there's a huge need for it. You know, not only for of course, the drugs and alcohol, but there's so much sin and hurt in the world and in our lives, and we can allow that to fester up and grow, and then we're not who God created us to be, who all we can be. You know what I mean? And you know, because we went to Celebrate Recovery not being believers, and God changed our lives, because there's so many things that have happened in our past and that we have allowed to break us instead of make us, and through this program we've allowed it to make us. And we just want to get awareness out there, you know, just unity, growing people, you know, just not allowing your past to affect your future. You know, whenever different things happen, we can be held in bondage of it, and allow it to keep us from becoming all we can be, and you know, really growing in our community. And with each individual person, to heal that hurt, hang up, or habit is very freeing, and also, you know, they're able to grow in the community and not just help themselves but other people. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, our outlook on life is we're all in this together. You know what I mean? We call it our forever family. You know, because you know, everyone that you see that is a believer, you know, believes in Jesus Christ and wants to live their life to the fullest for God, because He died for us. We're going to live forever in eternity with each other. So to, you know, not let sin, that barrier, keep us from growing. And, you know, even if you haven't found Christ, God will give you such a deliverance from the hurt and the pain that you can have, that,
Like
You
a
know.
ask.
yeah.
I was sitting here thinking that would be good for the girls that are doing the anti-bullying.
Mm-hmm.
to get those
Definitely.
kids involved in it.
Yeah,
That would be
it would
great.
be.
Mhm.
I was thinking the same thing.
And I think that we really are looking forward to is a community service. You know, we did the house, but we want to, get more people in helping. Just little things that we can, show ourselves in the community and build our community back up from young to old. So just show love. Just show love is our biggest key is love.
So your program would fit into, like, there's so much of this peer pressure and so much bullying going on.
Oh, yeah, that would fit.
It's,
Mm-hmm.
kids
And-
can come out there for that.
Now, do you have flyers?
Acceptance, yes.
Do you? Okay.
Oh, we have the one flyers, not this.
Yeah.
I was thinking another place that'd be good for them would be down at St. Vincent de Paul, because so many of those people are into, I don't know how to put this, like they're repetitive, generational.
Right.
And if they could break out of that and get a job and learn that they can
Definitely.
support themselves.
Yep.
Reality.
Right, it would be
That's
good, because and I've heard it other places too, but, we had job applications not too long ago. And Here's a job application, they're hiring 100 and something people. Oh, I can't do that, I'm filing for disability.
Right.
Well,
Mhm.
you don't need to file for disability when you can
Taking
walk
the
around.
easy way.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
people that need that,
Mhm.
that type of program would help too. Because they've used that for years, haven't they, that 12-step, but not
yeah.
necessarily the
Right.
price-based.
Right, and
Yeah.
this Celebrate Recovery is
Is world
23,
based.
yes, all over the world.
There's 20,000 churches involved with it.
Okay.
It's, this is the 23rd year that it's been up and running, and
Now, is that all Christian or is that Lutheran, Catholic?
every
It's
denomination.
Every denomination.
Every
is that it?
denomination.
It's
No
anybody who
division.
would call, anybody who, well, it's really not even that. We are affiliated with Hope Church.
Mhm.
Hope Church is where we hold it.
Based.
That's where we attend church. But whether you believe in a higher power, believe in Jesus Christ,
I believe in.
don't believe in
first.
anything, don't think any of it's real, believe in Muslim, Buddhist, whatever, everyone's welcome. And the reason for that is we met a guy, he was atheist, and after attending, I think he said 6 months, he decided to turn his life around, and he's a really cool guy. He goes to Fredericktown. He goes to their Celebrate Recovery. And he was just like, I want everyone to know Jesus Christ and to know he is real and he can help you. And it just made me smile, because it's like
Right.
somebody that was so stuck that said,
In
none of
darkness.
this is real. And they want everybody to know now.
Mhm. Yeah, it's beautiful.
So that would be a good program for all the churches in town to be
Mhm.
involved in.
Definitely,
Or you work as a
definitely.
ministry and approach all the churches to
Mhm.
invite people.
Mhm.
Definitely.
And we don't push a denomination on you or
Right,
tell you
exactly.
to attend church. We kind of, to the way we say Celebrate Recovery is like a back door into a church, because it's really not church. I'm not up there preaching. There is Bible verses that go along with it. It is biblical because we're Christ-centered.
Principles.
But it's just like any 12-step program.
Right.
The steps are almost the same. And it affiliates everything to the Bible and how it's being held of true recovery through your Lord and Savior.
You use your own judgment.
Mhm.
What you're saying, if you want to go to this church or that church.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever you feel you're needed.
Mhm.
Maybe you feel, this church in particular needs you and you could help that church, then that's where you should be going. There's a lot of people that say, well, I need to keep going here. This is where my parents went, and this is where their parents went, and their parents went. Well, if that's what you feel, then stay there. There's a reason for it. But if you want to
Everyone believes
change, you
in
can
their own
always
thing.
change. I mean,
And when did you say your
Meeting.
meetings are?
we meet Wednesday at 7, and then we meet Saturday from 6 to 9. And then, well, really it goes from 6 till whenever. After our small group at 9 ends, we do a Solid Rock Cafe, and it's just kind of mainly coffee right now, but we're going to add cookies and stuff. And we personally have been there till 4 in the morning talking
Yeah.
with people.
Oh, my, how wonderful.
4 in the
4
morning?
in the
Yep.
morning. And then went to church on Sunday morning. But, you know.
But you're young.
Okay.
You can handle all that, yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's a wonderful program. It is.
we think so. And, you know, that's how we met John Stupi, is through Brother Paul. Paul has just been a great influence and really has seen the, you know, Jesus in this program and what it has done, you know, not only in our lives, but in other people's lives. And also thinks that there is a need in St. Genevieve for this. And one of his good friends is John. And John is a very good man. And he has blessed us in more ways than we could ever imagine. And he's, you know, really reached out and influenced this fundraiser that we have coming up. And what it is for the expansion of Celebrate Recovery. It's at the KC Hall on September 27th. And
Everything is that night.
is
There's
it?
so much stuff going on.
Is that when the
night.
trivia?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some stuff that, but it'll
Hey,
be all right.
it's all gravy, baby.
It's all right.
Hey, it's from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So
Oh, it starts early in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is only
Yeah.
at 7 at night, so.
yeah, and then we're also gonna have a meeting, a small little meeting from 6 to 9. So it's really from 11 to 6. But-
Do you have a phone number if anybody wants to get in touch with you to participate in the program?
You can call me at 314-807-3078.
And we got music, car cruise, bounce house, silent auction, cakewalk. It's just gonna be you can bring your whole family. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have speakers talking, and we're gonna have all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and everyone gets to come, and we'll be able to talk, share our testimonies, and just get it out there what Celebrate Recovery is. It's gonna be awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
So your flyer is on the event?
Yes, ma'am.
That's fine.
This year. Yeah, and our new motto, we're starting over. It's every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. So, did you want to talk on this?
Well, we got a benefit coming up. We could use silent auction donations.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Where do you donate them to?
Oh, I guess they can contact any of us, myself or Brother
Oh, okay.
Paul, some of the up there. But how I got started into this,
How did you?
we've been told in the business since 1968, and it's sad in the last years when I tow these vehicles from drugs, and you look at them car seat, one car seat in the back seat. That means they got a baby. And then maybe 6 months to a year later, you tow the same vehicle. Now it's got 2 car seats, or else they're carrying a baby. And it's really sad. We got to wake up and we got to try stopping some of this drug stuff.
Or is too much of it?
Yeah.
It's too much.
And I'm on 4th and 5th generation towing these people, and it's got to come to a stop.
There's so much
Here to
evil
help.
and bad stuff in the world, and people are so, they don't have conscience anymore.
they're
It's like,
immune to it.
I want to do what
Yeah.
I want to do type of
Live it up.
environment, yeah.
And
And
just
it's
like
not
you-
don't-
gonna,
it's not-
nothing bad's gonna happen to me.
Me.
Right,
Yeah.
invincible.
I'm invincible, I can do anything. Don't work like that.
Yeah, you're gonna think that when you're laid in the hospital.
Yeah.
And just like you were saying with the generational,
Sin.
generational sin. It, if their parents did it, then they learned it from their parents, they think it's okay. And then they keep going, they raise their kids up, they do it. and-
I even had someone say to me one night, there's nothing wrong with it, smoking pot. And I said, I would never do that. Well, when you were in school, you would have did anything. I said, I wouldn't have did that.
I wouldn't do that.
And that was like
Well, like you
35
said,
years
peer
out of
pressure.
school.
Peer pressure.
Oh, it's peer
Mhm. Peer
pressure.
Gotta back
pressure.
me.
And if you
Awful.
don't follow what everybody's doing, then you're the weirdo.
Right.
And
Oh,
they'll,
yeah.
they'll make fun of you and
Oh,
bully you.
yeah.
And we've
And
had
bully you and.
deaths from drugs and alcohol
yes,
of young kids. And, that's, once we, grow the leaders for that, we really want to focus on our high school, our St. Genevieve High School. Because it's very sad. It's very sad. It breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Because I know that it could be so different. Just with the little tweaks, it could be so different. And it's sad what it is becoming and what it can be.
Right.
We want to stop it.
Yeah, it's a shame we can't drift everybody back to the 50s.
Hey.
When the drugs were practically, they were here, but practically non-existent.
Right.
And everybody was friends with everybody.
Mhm.
And
You wanna go
it was
get a soda
just
pop?
small, yeah.
I bet you
Everybody
see a
hung
lot of
out
that
at the
now.
same
Yeah.
place and were friends. You were in your groups, but you were friends with every group.
Mhm.
You weren't like it is now. It's not.
Would you say
It's
that the big
changed a lot.
percentage,
Hmm?
would you say a big percentage of your accidents are alcohol or drugs?
Yep,
Mm.
a lot of drugs.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
But I went, what was that, 6, 8 months ago when I went to the first Celebrate, and I was so moved by it,
Wow.
just sitting observing what they do, and it's really a neat thing they do.
I've heard of that 12-step program for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
You every once in a while,
That
you
used
read
to,
something
the
about
12-step used to be the AA, right? Alcoholic.
Yes.
Yes. That's
But
where
they
it
used it for
started.
other things too.
I know, but that's
Oh,
where it
that's where it
always
started.
started,
Was that where
yeah.
it started at?
Yeah.
And the steps is like, one is realize that I'm powerless and in control of my tendency and my life has become unmanageable. So that's step one. And like with our program, step one, our topic, that's our step. Our topic is denial. So you cannot ever, be delivered or be changed or know that you have a problem if you're in denial. You don't think that it's a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so once you uncover that or say that you had an incident happen in your past that you were, let's say, sexually abused, and you're in denial about it, you don't want to think about it, it's in the past, well, it's still affecting your future. And it's still a wound, a open wound. And, there's healing in that. There's hope for it. You don't have to live in that. And, once you step out of denial of that and you're able to talk about it and get it off your chest, God is able to heal you through that, and you won't be in bondage and stuck in it anymore. Like you said, with an older person, their whole life they lived with this. And to be able, to whatever age you are, to be set free from that is the best feeling in the world. And that's what we live for. That's what this program is about, to not be stuck in that like that. So, yes, ma'am.
Sounds like a very good program.
Oh, yeah. But shortly after I went to their session, that was the part of giving back to the community.
Mhm.
And that's why they picked Catherine Keyser's house.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes,
Where they
yeah,
cleaned it all
yes.
up. They want to do more of that,
Mhm.
giving back to the community.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, we did a
So it was your
fabulous
group
job,
that
yeah.
cleaned up for her then?
Yeah, that was this
Well,
group
that's
here.
great.
Mhm.
Because it was just said that whole church did
And
it.
then they did one up on Westwood Drive that they
Mhm.
couldn't clean up, and they did one up there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, and they would do more if they come available. That's what they want to do, give back to the community
Yes, definitely.
for
And,
the hurts they did in the past. And
That's wonderful.
And, boredom, whenever we get all these kids helping out, that self-satisfaction, they're also not out,
Out destroying stuff.
destroying it.
Yes.
Well, and it's getting to where they're bonding back with the police and everybody else that used to. I one time, I'm as guilty. I deemed them as no good, but I went up there and seen what Brother Paul's doing with these people, and he's really turning their lives around.
That's great. Because you need that.
Getting them back productive and getting them jobs and all. And
And that's what needs to be done. That's a great ministry.
And that's how I realized
A
that
good outreach.
it's a little church and they don't have much money to grow, and that's what I thought, let's do a fundraiser and get them some money where they can grow. You can still belong to the
Whatever
Catholic
church you
church or
want
whatever
to,
church you can
right.
come to Celebrate Recovery and stay at whatever church, your faith is, though.
Definitely.
But this is.
So
a
it's
worthwhile program to help.
non-denominational,
This is
but it's,
worthwhile program to help with.
Yeah, and I get in every community, and now that I've been going, I've watched, you might see a Catholic church in South County, it's got Celebrate Recovery, you might see a Presbyterian.
all different
Yeah,
churches.
right, I've been noticing that, it's all different religions and different communities. One of them pick it out, and I guess run with it to Celebrate Recovery.
that's great.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
definitely.
It is.
Unity, no division.
It's getting to be, I think, almost in just about every community
It
now, what I
is.
see, even
It's
in
everywhere.
Illinois, everywhere I go, I see Celebrate Recovery.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Never paid no attention before.
I probably never realized what it was.
No. Now when I go by the different churches, you see their big sign.
So they have a universal banner and things too,
Mhm.
to celebrate recovery day?
Yep.
Never heard of it before.
That's wonderful. If anybody's got any questions for these people, please call in. They're here.
We'll have a chicken dinner
Yes.
from 11 on.
Will there be a chicken dinner?
Yep,
Oh, is
at
that on the
Casey Hall.
27th?
Chicken
27th,
dinner.
and we will deliver
Deliver
orders,
donuts. Yes,
big
sir.
orders, like at the.
So they can go to
Baptist.
KC Hall practically every Saturday, because the picnic's.
Right, yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Give back to your
In
community.
October, yeah, well, Saturday we'll have our little picnic.
Yeah.
And then October the 12th, I think it is, or something like that, they're gonna have a
Yes,
bingo
dinner
and a
and
chicken
bingo.
dinner, yeah.
Yeah.
And so-
I'll be the first one to bingo table.
Do you celebrate recovery?
I didn't miss any of the bingos at the church and now I'm missing them. So I'll be the first one there. Got a reserved seat.
That's hilarious.
But on the other hand, I hope everybody comes Sunday to the pageant.
Yes.
It's very
Oh,
worthwhile
yes,
to
the
see.
pageant
That is,
Oh.
that is wonderful.
That is awesome. It is so wonderful.
So did you guys grow up around in St. Genevieve and you went to St. John and? or you
Yeah, I
grew
was,
up
I was
or-
born and raised here my whole life. We lived in Bloomsdale a little bit, but, we went to school here.
Huh.
So I've been here my whole life.
Have you?
I've been here off and on. I'm originally from Louisiana, and my grandparents came up here, and then all their kids came up here, so we came up here, and then, but I've been here, I lived in Nebraska for a while. I've been here since my sophomore year. Yeah, so since 2010 or 11. So it had corroded me a little bit. That's why we're giving back. So
That's wonderful.
But somehow, somewhere, everybody's touched by drugs, whether it's
Oh, yeah.
a family member, a grandchild, a friend, cousin, whatever. Everybody's touched somehow by drugs.
Right.
Well, it's not only drugs,
Well,
and I'm talking from experience. Cigarettes are one of the worst things.
Oh.
That's one of the worst drugs there is. And I
Alcohol.
smoked for years. And my kids were always on my case, my grandkids, to quit smoking. Well, when I quit smoking, I thought, I'm gonna have to have something to take that place. And I thought, well, I'd get a supplement to help me. But then I got to thinking, no, that's stupid. Why would I buy a supplement to take care of something that I was paying for? I was making a vicious circle. So I quit cold turkey, and they all said it won't work. Well, it worked. And I really wasn't any worse shape afterwards than I was before.
You're still you.
That's right. So you can, as my dad used to say, it's mind over matter. It's what you put your mind to,
That's what
and
matters.
that's what matters.
Yeah.
So it can be done.
I even gave up my candy. I'm addicted to candy.
I'm addicted to carbs.
I am.
It's okay.
I'm good, not kidding you. I worked in a variety store and I could not pass that case without grabbing candy. Mom, I had candy.
So you
I
were
had candy
stealing
stashed
from
all
your
over the house all the
employee, huh?
time.
Well, I was like that with donuts.
Oh my God! I tell you, I made a lot of candy in my life. A lot. Boy, and I tell you, I was addicted to it. I just didn't think life just, you couldn't get from breakfast to dinner without some candy in there, you know? You couldn't get through the day without putting that candy in there all the
That was
time.
that sugar fix.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I really made up my mind, I thought, this isn't good for me. You know, depending on that all the time, there's other things you can have, like fruit.
Natural sugar.
If
Think
our
our
phone's
phone is
working,
working?
I guess not.
But they're
yeah.
committed to the projects, like the Keyser property and the one on Westwood, they're keeping it maintained.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
really?
Yeah, they keep going back. They said they're not gonna let it get back like it was.
I
Well,
noticed
that
that
is
Kathy Besser's,
wonderful.
That's this group, they've
Somebody's
been going down there.
keeping it
Yep,
cleaner,
no,
yeah.
they have.
yeah.
That's why it
Which is
looks
the
so nice.
benefit for the city, they don't have no more
Yeah,
of a
they don't
nuisance
have to
down.
write them summonses for.
No, no,
Right.
it's just, it's all, yeah, they go down there and that's part of their giving back, they,
Yeah. That's, because I remarked how
That's
nice it's
great.
been looking.
yeah, they go
That's wonderful.
Praise God.
That is really
every
wonderful.
week or two,
Just
whatever it
super.
takes, they go back and.
That is super that you do
Now,
that.
is that your youth ministry at Hope that does that, or is it through the,
It's through Celebrate Recovery.
is it?
It's its own like little ministry.
Mhm.
But you know, I just gotta say this. We have two other leaders. We have a team. That's what we call it. And we have Paul. He's our encourager coach. We have Kyle Moon. He is our assimilation coach. And Jenna Williams, his fiance, she is what is she? Trading coach. And Kyle Moon.
And Robert Tomier, he's
And-
our tech guy.
Yeah, he's our tech guy.
Oh.
And Kyle Moon loves to mow just like Paul Hassler. So he's really been keeping those up.
Mhm.
Really been keeping those up. So we're really proud of him.
That
So,
is wonderful.
yeah, yeah.
A wonderful ministry.
I'm glad you brought that up because I think people should know that.
Yeah, no, that's right, they do keep it
They need
maintained
to,
now.
they need
Yeah.
to know what that,
Yes.
who's doing that and they need to know that.
Mhm.
Because maybe we can get some others to do that
Yeah.
with their own property.
With their own property.
Okay, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Well, I'll say one thing, on October 4th, we're starting back over. That'll be, the new jump of our new, go-around for the year.
Oh, okay.
And it just worked out perfectly, so after this event, the next Saturday, we're starting over. But
Oh.
that means you can come now. We're kinda in the middle, waiting to start over. We still meet, no matter what, every week. Whether we go on a trip, they went to Six Flags last month.
Yeah. Float
And-
trips, Six Flags, concerts, we go to it.
And somebody will be there to run a meeting, no matter what.
No matter
It's,
what. Even on Christmas, we have a meeting.
even when there's snow on the ground, somebody's there. Somebody's there to open the door, and we do that because you never know.
That's right.
If
Right.
somebody is so stuck in whatever it is, and they're thinking about suicide, and they say, well, maybe I should stop here, we want to make sure somebody's there
Right.
to be able to talk to them.
That's great.
And I know we'll be back in 2 weeks. We're going to talk a little bit more about Celebrate Recovery. Our fundraiser will be that week. And then we're starting something, which we'll talk about then. It's called the Daniel Plan.
Yeah, I have you down for them too.
Yeah, and that's going to be another thing we're really excited about, the Daniel Plan.
Do you want me to put that in the paper, the Daniel Plan?
Yeah,
that would be Sure.
awesome.
So you're gonna give the details on the
Mhm.
fund?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the Daniel Plan. Okay. Anything else?
What do we got, the parish picnic?
We got,
That's
yeah,
coming
there's
up.
several things. The parish picnic is the 13th, I think Sunday's the 4th.
Yes,
Yeah, the
Saturday.
13th.
Right.
It'll be starting at 5 o'clock mass. They'll have it outdoors at the KC Hall. And then after that, they'll have food. And then GTO band starts at 7. So, and that's open to anybody. You don't have to be Catholic or whatever to come. It's just a celebration.
It's just a fun.
Yeah, fun night. And then they'll have their bingo and their dinner October the 12th, I believe it is. Whatever
Yes.
that Saturday is. This weekend, there's a history conference. I'm just gonna kind of read this to you. Everybody was out of town. It's given by the foundation, and it will begin on Friday evening, it's September 26th, with complimentary reception from 5 to 7. And the formal conference will be held from 8:30 to 4 on Saturday. And it's at the community center located on 32. Registration begins at 8:15. They'll have a light continental breakfast at 8:55, and lunch is also included. They're going to have, would you like to read those names? I am not very good.
Well,
with-
let me tell you, Iris, where's that? Where's
Right,
her name?
all these, I can
Oh,
read
my
Janet.
gosh. Janet Miller,
Okay, let's just do this. We're gonna have a silversmith. Janet Mueller is giving
A Tale of Two Stories.
about St. Genevieve in
Yeah.
1799.
Dr. David McDonald, 1752, a crucial year for St. Genevieve, Fort Duchard and Fort
Duchesne.
Duchesne. Steve
that's how you say it.
Sanders, the DeMoon family of St. Genevieve in New Bourbon. Dr. Frank Nichols, the Bloomsdale Pullover, A View of America from Highway 61. Brian Kraft, Discovery of Historic St. Genevieve, Beginning of Tourism in a Small Missouri Town. And Bob Mueller, our own Bob Mueller,
Oh, Bob Mueller.
When the Drummers Came to St. Genevieve.
So that'll be a nice full day. And Bonnie Samuelson will be offering a collection of French-related books for sale. Books on the French colonial period, Rozier, Hawk, Bosler, Parkman, etc. French crafts, Josephine, Napoleon, and French travel. Conference participants will be able to tour all these French words. I am not a French person.
I'm not neither.
It's the post in the ground, I think. Bo, the Amaro House, will go with that one. From 5 to 6 on Sunday after the conference. On Sunday, the 28th, the foundation will host a contemporary walking tour of the cemetery and the Catholic Church beginning at 11. The cost is $45 and includes a reception, breakfast, lunch, conference, and the whole weekend, actually. And you need to have your reservations in no later than Monday, September 22nd. And I'm sure the community, the foundation office down on Second
Second
Street
Street, yeah.
has it, and also probably down at the visitor center. He didn't really tell me that, but anyway, it's $45. It's open to anybody that wants to. And if anybody has not been in the Catholic Church, Bob Mueller gives the most fantastic history of that church. Things that you would not even think. And the church is very, very old, so it's got a lot of history to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He gets that gift of gab from his daddy.
Yes, he does. He does. Yes.
He can talk.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So-
Fred always good too.
Yeah. So starting on the 26th on Friday, and it runs until the 28th. So everything's happening on the same weekend. Yeah. So maybe you can pop around and
Alrighty.
visit all of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so that's the foundation. Then we have the picnic, We have trivia night for the Presbyterian
Oh,
Church.
that's right.
Saturday, the
Fundraiser.
27th. Get a table of 8, it's $100
And they're giving away a booby prize, I think.
for us.
But we already got it,
Yeah, we got it.
because us boobies are,
Us boobies are gonna
are
have a
gonna
table.
win.
And the tickets are for 8 people, $100 for a table of 8, and you can get them at Sweet Things. And it's gonna be at the Legion Hall at 7 o'clock. And they're doing that as a fundraiser for the building, what's the name of that building?
Well, it's got a funny name to it, it's called the,
I can't pronounce, no,
the
something
Gold.
Neil.
Wasn't it the
Goldsmith,
O'Leary?
The old
O'Neill?
Goldsmith.
You know-
O'Neill.
O'Neill.
Neil House, yeah.
O'Neill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Neil House.
but everybody in town knows it as the Mel Thurman House.
Right.
Yeah,
Mel
but it's the
Thurman House,
O'Neill
yeah.
because he was a silversmith, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have Ian Fisher. He's a local boy. He's graduated from Valley.
And he's
Gosh, I
in
don't
Germany.
remember how long ago he graduated.
Long time.
He's been over in Europe for several years. I think he used to be, I guess he probably still is, one of the top recording artists over there. He was wanted all over. So he was in Switzerland living, Austria, and now he's in Germany. So but the countries over there are very close together, so you don't really have to travel that far to go to him. But he's going to be at his mom and dad's winery. It's Tower Winery out on Emerald
Emerald, yes.
at 7 o'clock on Saturday, not Saturday, Friday evening, this Friday.
This Friday?
Uh-huh. And let's see what else. The new art shop down on Market Street. The Sticks and Stones, Jason Bardot does calligraphy on stone. I haven't been there yet, but I want to go in and see it, so. Anyway, there's all kind of things going on in St. Genevieve, especially on the end of the month. That is the busiest Saturday around.
But you know what, it's funny because if you live in St. Genevieve and you ever say that you're bored, there's something wrong, because we have something going continuously on the weekends. And if you can't find anything to do, then you have a problem. You're not looking the right places.
That's exactly right. I also want to mention that Ian, when he was in school, he was a fantastic artist, painting. With his painting and drawings, he was very good. But he turned his music art toward music because that's what he enjoyed most. So, anybody that's got time on Friday, go out. He's got 150 CDs were pressed of one of his bands or what, a CD. Because he said they're not very popular anymore. Everybody downloads them from, not all that modern technology, what is it? Either streaming or digitally. And you don't make any money off of that. So, anyway, he has 150 of them that he's selling, so. And he's very good. He has a beautiful voice. So,
Do they start serving at after 5 o'clock mass Saturday?
Do what?
Do they have dinner after 5 o'clock
Yeah.
mass?
And I
they're
think
just gonna have, you're talking about the Valley?
Mhm.
They're
About the Catholic Church.
having hot hamburgers and,
Around what time?
hamburgers and something, hot dogs maybe? They're not having like a chicken dinner or anything.
Oh, they're not gonna have that?
No, they're gonna do that on the 12th of October.
That's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
Saturday night is, I think it's, was it brats too?
I think so.
Anyway,
Yeah.
just sandwiches and
Sandwiches,
and
that's
drinks. Yeah.
I think I seen
And
on
the
the
band.
sign,
Pardon?
I seen on the sign, I think October the 4th,
There's some-
the new furniture store's grand.
Oh, that's
I think
right,
what he
that's
said,
right.
October the 4th.
He
I
was
seen on the
here,
sign.
I thought he was supposed to come back tonight, wasn't he?
No, he's supposed to come back.
I thought tonight, right before he opens? It is right before.
Well,
The
yeah.
last.
He was
he's
supposed to be here
Come
tonight.
back the 24th.
Yeah, the end of the month, he's
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
come back and talk about
We
it
have to
again.
call him and remind him.
Yeah,
But I've been in there a lot, he's got some beautiful furniture.
that's what,
I
he was
bet.
really talking about, having a nice selection of it. So,
Wow.
he's having a soft opening before that, isn't he? I
I'm
mean,
not sure.
I thought he said he was.
And he
and on the
invited us
4th
out if we want to come out and look.
Yeah, I think he'd probably let anybody
I
in,
think
yeah.
you would too.
Yeah, and then the grand opening is having the 4th, that's right. But he's supposed to come back here right before they open up. And everybody, I'm sure, saw his truck sitting out on, whatever you want to call it out there, St.
St.
Genevieve
John
Drive.
Drive.
or
There's a lot of
Or
exciting
61.
things,
Pardon?
a lot of exciting things happening.
There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully our town will grow, and
Oh.
people need to really shop at home to help our businesses stay in business,
And the
because,
important thing I forgot,
what's that?
the hospital dinner
Oh,
out
yes.
at the Baptist church was to be tomorrow. And due to a funeral, it's been postponed until next Thursday. So if you have a ticket to the hospital auxiliary dinner, it's good next Thursday, not this Thursday.
And you can't get in without tickets, so if you want one, I guess they're still
You
available.
can't go to the door and get a ticket. You have to go to the hospital gift shop before to buy the ticket.
The only other thing I know of coming up, isn't the Cook with the Cops? Is that towards the end? of
Yes, that's
December?
coming up.
What is it?
Another
Breakfast
week or
with the
two?
police.
Oh,
You-
breakfast
you
with.
get with Eric Chief on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Out
you
the
mean
community
in the
center.
future, in the near
Yeah.
future? I
Well, I
thought you
think
meant
it's,
this week.
uh,
Yeah. This month yet? Probably the 27th.
26th, I think.
It probably is.
I thought it was gonna be
26th.
27th.
It probably
Might
is.
actually
That'd be a
have to
day.
Get with Chief and see. That's always a good fundraiser for them. I think that goes for what, the
Maybe their
reading
Christmas?
kids- No, the kids with the reading or whatever.
Oh, Reading
Yeah,
Express.
Reading Express.
I think that's where it
Yes.
goes. now.
That's another good program.
Mhm.
That Reading Express.
There's so many good programs. There really is.
Yeah, and St. Genevieve has a lot of them.
It's a
And probably
caring
if
town.
you just Google or Bing or whatever,
Bing.
the programs in St. Genevieve, yeah, you can, I Bing them all the time.
We got a very, we got a very caring and giving town.
It is. Very much
They
so.
very
Open
much
heart.
support everything that comes along.
Got an open heart, which is good.
So,
So I think that's about it. If you've got anything that you want to talk about and you want to get out to the public, feel free to call us
or go to.
or
the-
call Don, and Don will give you our number.
Or stop at the city hall and tell them.
And tell
they can
them, and
relay
someone
it
will
to
get a
us.
hold of us. And we would be more than pleased to have you here. It's not bad. Is it bad?
It's fun.
It's very relaxed, right?
Oh, yeah.
It couldn't be more relaxed if you tried.
Right.
Sure.
And for all the artists out there, the
Plain air.
plein air is coming up also, the 24th it starts, and it'll be the 24th, 25th, 26th. The sale that is on the 27th is the reception.
Gosh.
Oh, man.
From 6 to 9, and on Sunday, it will be the show and sale. On
Just wear your
Friday-
pajamas at home.
Yeah.
Right.
On Friday.
Ready to go.
On Friday evening, they'll have all the plein air works on display. And then Saturday, for the reception, it'll be, each artist that participates turns in 3 pieces. So there'll be a nice selection of artwork down there. We have a lot of out-of-towners, name artists, that come to paint here, so. There will also be our local art guild, hopefully, and artists from out of town. So that's another event that's on the 27th.
Everything's on that weekend.
That is, that's the busiest weekend. Busiest weekend. You're gonna have to hop around all day long.
And then, plus, you have farmers market.
Yeah, that's right, Saturday morning. You start out with one of the,
Oh,
there's 2
yeah.
of them, one down at the
Down at the
Bolduc.
Bolduc and one down at the
City
KC.
Hall.
Hey, well, we'll be there.
So there's a lot of
Casey.
stuff to eat and.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
In St. Genevieve, right.
Uh,
So you can go to that, the winery, listen to Ian, and to all the events that are happening the weekend. Just kind of pop in every one of them, and you'll have a full day and ready to be going home and going to bed.
Mhm.
You get up the next morning and go
Start all over
start all
again.
over again.
So everybody, thank you for watching tonight.
So I would
And
say thank you for
guests
having us.
coming.
Thank you
Well,
Yes,
you're quite
thank you.
welcome, and you come back again.
Yes, anytime anyone is welcome that's got anything to say, because our listeners really like to hear what's going on.
What's going on?
They like to know.
And if anybody out there wants to talk about their neighborhood, where they used to live, and what
I
their...
thought you were meeting if they wanted to talk about their neighbors.
Well, if you want to talk about your neighbors and you don't care if they hear you, well, come on.
I got a good neighbor.
I don't think we would allow that, really.
I don't think.
But anyway, if you want to come talk
I
about
got
the
good
They can come to
neighbors.
Celebrate Recovery and talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Talk
go-
about that.
Go to Celebrate Recovery if you want to talk about your neighbors, because that's not a nice thing to do.
But feel free to call us if you want
Help
to
you
come
with
on.
your anger.
Exactly. But what I was trying to say, if you have, like you lived in a neighborhood that really was, you really enjoyed, and you enjoyed your childhood growing up there, and you want to come talk about it, lots of people like to hear that, so that would be another topic that some of you out there. I know, who used to put that article in the paper all the time? What's that? Mary Tree?
Yes.
Yes, Mary
Yes.
Teresa
Monia.
Monia used to put an article in the paper about in the 40s and 50s.
50s,
What
what
was
would
in
happen
town and what
over
happened.
in their area.
Yeah, and everybody loved that. She would write an article for this paper every week, so. Things like that, people are interested in. That used to be our total newspaper.
Mm.
Many years ago, what this person did and what that person did,
Oh.
back when everybody stayed in town. There wasn't really a lot of news, so. Thank you, everyone out there, for listening to us. And join us 2 weeks from now on September the 24th. And we'll have St. Jen's supposed to come and talk about their school. And Paul's, is he coming, or are you guys coming back? You guys are coming back? Okay. And they're going to talk about the CR Fund and a new program, the Daniel Plan. So, thanks a lot for listening, and goodbye, everybody.
And have a good weekend.
Yes.
Channel 7 and 98 TV and web broadcasting are made possible through contributions and donations from viewers like you. Thank you for your support.